So we completed up to the gateway work process we have completed. So in the work process, we have like DVEBMGS. This is the formula. Dialog, update, enqueue, background, M for message server, G for gateway. So S for spool work process here. So today we are going to discuss about the spool work process here, right? Spool, spool administration, spool work process here. So the spool work process related transaction codes are SP01, SP02, and SPAD, admin, spool administration. These are the three transaction codes are useful for the spool administration perspective here. So the spool is the one of the work process that will be used in the printing purpose, the printers, printing purpose in the SAP here. Suppose if you want to do some paper printout or pay slips or order, sales orders, purchase contract, purchase requisitions, anything, any statement, if you want to print from SAP level, you need a spool work process is required here. Backend, the spool work process will take care of that one. Normally, if you want to log into the SAP system, how the dialog work process will help users to log into the SAP system. After that, once the user is done the transaction, update work process will update the records into table records. Then once then the dialog mode, user wants to execute the one report or one job or something, you want to run it in the continuously without any intervention, then you can schedule a background job. So that time the background work process will help you. NQ for locking mechanism. M for message server perform the load balancing related activities here. So suppose if you have the more than one application server, message server will perform the logon load balancing related activities and everything here. G for gateway. Gateway is kind of external communications, external program communications between the application server communications. We use the gateway work process here and spool. So up to the spool, so we have discussed spool work processes for printing purpose here. So SP01, SP02 to check the whether the spool, the printing request is successfully completed or not. We can check in the SP01 and SP0 to check the status of the spool process and everything here, right? Status of the spool process. So all those things we can see it here, right? SPAD, spool administration part here. So this is for, so if you want to do the some prints from SAP, suppose if you log into the SAP system here, you log into the system with the user and the password. If you go to the SPAD is the transaction code. Here, normal actual administration part we do here. Actual administration part first means we need to add the printers to SAP. What type of printers here? Any type of printer. Either if your printer is located in your office floors, or home, or somewhere, those printers we can add to the SAP level. Those printers we can add to the SAP level. Then we can do the print from SAP so that the print paper will come out from the printer, whatever you print here. So normally, so some people what they will do due to the some manual sign in purpose, once the approval is received, then they will print it and they will the HR team they will do the signing and they will do this kind of things here. So here we can add the output devices to the here, means the printers we can add in the as a output device. Output device means the printers we can add it here. So here if you click on the display mode here, you will come to know what is the type of printer it is installed here. What is the current printer it is installed here. It will give you the clear information. Suppose you established a new printer in your organization. If you want to add the new printer here, what you have to do, you have to go to the, so create means you need to add the printer here, right? Click on the create the printer here. just to provide the printer details here. What is the printer? Suppose like this is my home printer. So I can create as a home, right? So then short name is like, so home, anything you can give like home printer one, like H1 printer, home one printer here. So what is the type of printer type here? You see, there are the types of printers are there here. In the market, we have the n number of printers are there here. HP printer, Sharp printer, Zebra printer, Brother printer, Canon printer, so Samsung printer, so like Dell, Epson, so Fujitsu, so HP, Laser, Jet, Yahoo, IBM. There the n number of printers are there in the Lexmark, n number of printers are there in the market. Check what is the type of printer you are using in your organization, right? Device type. Suppose you are using the Xerox printer, or you are using the HP laser printer, or Brother printer, Canon printer, whatever you are using, select that printer here, right? So in case of that is not exist, we can import that printer. We can download the printer type and we can import from here. That we can import the devices also, right? Spool server. Spool server means where your spool work process is running. That is the spool server here, right? So every application server, there is a one spool work process. Definitely it should be running fine here, right? Dialog, update, enqueue. So this will be running here, right? So then what is the type model here? Model. So something, every printer there is a model, right? Suppose like some every printer there is a model, the model name, the printer model name. Maybe if you see the your printer label, in the label you will see the all the details, device type, printer model, all the information, right? So we need to add the model of the printer here. So model means suppose like model one printer example. So then location where this printer located, that example we can provide it here, right? Then go to the access method here. So here access method. So we have the different types of access methods are there in the, so printer printing methods. They are the, so SAP, they are the different types of printing methods are there here, right? Printing, so methods here, printing methods. So printing methods here. So what are the printing methods we have? So we have the three types of printing methods we have here. One is the local method, local printing method, local printing. Some people they will use the local printing, then remote printing, local printing, remote printing, and the front end printing here, local printing and remote printing, and the front end printing here, the local and remote and front end printing here. There are the types of printing methods we have here: local printer, remote method, and the front end printing here, right? So local printing here. So here you can see the methods here. So C codes are there here. F for front end, G for front end, E for external, C for direct operating system called Windows, and they are the types of there here. They are the printing access methods here. These are the access methods here. These all are segregated into the three types here: local, remote, and front end printing here. Local printing means, so your operating system means your SAP and your printer. So local printing means, so if you the spooler of the every, suppose if it is the Windows, there the, in the local printing also we can install the printers. We can install the printers. Every printer there is a one spooler process is required here. Every operating system there is a spooler process here. Spooler, the process, OS level process is must be running status here. Windows level that must be running, and Linux also that must be running status. By default, it will come as part of the operating systems here, spooler process here, right? So here, local printing means here, so your SAP system and the OS process both are in the uh, both are in the one operating systems. SAP spool work process in the same operating system. You have the spooler process is running. Both are in the one here. Normally that we will call it as the that we will call it as the local printing. If both are running on the different operating systems, that is the Windows remote printing. Suppose if you are using the front-end printer which are installed on your local laptops, that is called the front-end printing and everything here, right? The spool work process here. So local. So here we can also install the SAP. Here there is a Windows and the Linux operating systems, right? Linux. Windows means C, and Linux is L. We can use it here. Code. So if it is the C, Windows methods, like suppose if the spooler work process and a spool work process both are in the same host, that host is Windows, then method C we have to use it here. If it is the Linux, then method L we have to use it here. Suppose now you are configuring the one remote printer. Suppose your SAP system Windows and your spooler work process both are in the spooler work process, means every operating system there is a spooler that will run by default. The printing spooler that will come as part of the operating system here, the spooler, right? That will come as part of the operating system here, the spooler process here. This is the spooler process. This is for a printing purpose. We will use it here. So SAP will go communicate there and it will reach to the printers here. Then your host printer host name. Every printer there is IP or host name. That host name we have to provide it here, right? Just for example, I have provided here. So in case of L, it is the Windows, Linux, this is the one. If it is the Windows, we have to use the C, right? Direct operating system call here. Suppose in case of remote printing means here, so your spool process and SAP both are in the running on the different operating systems, then we have to use the remote printing here, So if the remote printing, if you are printing the over the network, then host spool, the print spooler and the spool work process of FC, both are in the different host. This is on the one operating system. This is on the one operating system. Both are the different. Then that is called the remote printing here. Then we can use the access method U and access method U, S and U. S for Windows, then U for Linux operating system here, right? In the remote printing, both are running on the different operating systems here, right? But S means Windows operating systems here, right? So that is the S and U. If it is the local, both are running on the one host. Then if it is the Win host, the host, that is the C and L. If it is the Linux, then this is the one. Front-end printing means F for front-end printing, we can use it here. F means front-end printing here. F front-end printing means, so here local machine, it will use your laptop printers and everything, it will use it here. It will use the laptop printers and everything here. Suppose here we can use the C, means direct operating system called Windows, or so both are in the different machines. Suppose example, yes, we have to use it here, yes. So print using the S protocol here. So here destination host is like a KP jump server, KP, no. So here, yeah, KP jump server. This is the host name of the where spooler work process is running. Your SAP is running on the KP Linux one here, where the printer host details and everything here. Then output attributes here. Here, how you want to print the printer here? Is it color printer or normal printer here? How is the print mode here? Is it print one side or print both the side or triple or default printer? And what is the paper tray format? Tray 1, tray 2, tray 3. And so what is the paper format you are going to use it? Default tray means it will, all the trays will be used here. So tray information. What type of tray? Is it tray, in the tray 1 you fix the, so the not 4 inches, 5 inches, so papers are there. So those papers we can select it here. We can provide it. Otherwise, we can ignore the options here. You can ignore the options here. That is fine. So suppose if you want to print the papers into the So we want to print the cover page, color printer. So whatever you want to do, some settings here, we can change it here. But access method is exactly we have to maintain as is. Like, so if the SAP is on one host, the spooler work process is on one host, then we need to use the so remote printing. Then in that, if it is the Windows, yes. If it is the Linux, then we have to use the so then we have to use the U we have to use it here. So like that, we need to choose it, click on the save button here. Then one printer will be created here. One printer will be created here. That's what we have to create it here. There is a printer we have to create it here. Home printer got created here, right? Once you integrated the printer into here, suppose if you want to do the some print, right? Suppose if you go to the here, if you go to the there, so if you go to there, there is a control P. If you type the control P or every type here, there is a print icon is there here. Print, some print icons are everything here. So if you type the print icon, if you type the print icon here, just click on the print here. So it will ask the printer device. So now you have integrated the printer. Okay, your job is done. You have integrated the printer. Your job is done here. In SPAD, the spool administration, there we can add the printers here, right? There we can add the printers here. So go to the output devices here. Just we can add the new printer by clicking the edit change button. Click on the add n number of printers you can add to the in your SAP system here. Then after that, the people will do the prints. They will go to the click on the print button, then click on the print button here. Then the click on the print button, then it will ask the what is the normally when you go to the printer shop. So when you paper he will open, then you will press the control P or the print label, print icon, then you will get the this type of screen, right? One get this kind of prop up. Here what he will do, he will select the printer. Maybe he is not the default select it. He will select the one of the printer like that. He will select it. He will ask the how many copies you required. Then you want to print the all, yes. Then you want to print immediately, yes. Then he will do the just click on the print button. The print button, when you click on it, the one request number will be generated in the SAP level 24403. It's sent to the printer H1, home one printer. Then if really this printer is active, then you will get the paper from the printer. You will get the paper from the in the printer here. In case of this spool, this is does not exist here. Then so it will be failed. Then where can we check it whether it is a success or failed here? So by checking the this pull request number, we can find out whether it's success or not here. So you can go to the SP01 transaction code here. In the SP01 transaction code, SP01 transaction code, here we can check the spool request number, whether it is success or failed status. But it is waiting status here. See, it is waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for the output devices. There is a output devices. The PP jump server cannot be reached. Why? Because there is no such process or we don't have any other printers actually. So that is the reason it is failed here. It is failing here. Output device not available. Why? Because there is no output devices, there is no printer. That is the reason it got failed status here. We can also check the by based upon the spool request number. Otherwise, if you remove it, click on the OK button. There the multiple spools will be generated in the systems here. There the multiple spools and printer request will be generated in the systems here. Right. So you can see there is a multiple request here. Right. This what here it will happen. The status you can see is all are the printer request here. Printer spool request, job request, and everything will create as a spool request number here. Everything it will create as a spool number. Right? Everything it will create as a spool number here. These all are the spool request numbers are generated by some will generate by humans, some will generated by the background jobs. So like that, it will generate the spools here. Right? You can see there are 100 pages of document is generated by the spool here. Right? See pages, how many pages? 100 pages. What this contains? If you open this one, what it contains, it will give you the information. See, it contains this page, this paper. It contains the jobs related information. Jobs related 100 papers information it got so generated here. it got generated. All the jobs related information, when it was executed, who executed, all the information got created here. That's what, yeah, it is happened here, the printers related information. Okay. So that is the jobs related details. All the details are provided here. Right. This is the spool related details here. Spool related details here. Here, SP01 or SP02. 02 is directly for your user related information. You can find out here. SP01 is for the all the users, not only your user, remaining users related information also you can find out, related users information also you can find. This is only specific to the your user. But if you go to the SP01, not only your user, other user details, like suppose I want to check the DDIC, then DDIC related details also we can find out, right? All the information we can find out here. So this is the SP01, SP02, SPAD. Not only SAP level printing. Suppose here you have the some materials are there, some different types of things are there here. You can just do the printing from SAP using the printers, right? So normally you think like only SAP level, only we are using this kind of printers or something like that, right? You are thinking like only printing. If anything you want to print from SAP, just we can use the your printer, whatever the printer you created, that printer we can create it here, just here. Then just click on the continue, the paper will come out from the printer here. The only that one we know. But other than that, some companies they will morely use the this method SAP printers only. Why? Because so suppose upon some of the product based companies, so you are thinking like only SAP only printing purpose we are using. There's a small portion of the work only here SAP side. No, printers will play the majority of the role. Some of the companies here. Why? Because if they want to printers, this spool work process we can integrate with the SAP printing. You can integrate with the your bottles, labels printing in the airports, the bag checking in the shopping mall, the label printing, scanning, everywhere we will use the printers here. So not only just one place we will use the printers here. If we go to the so ASDA, some ALDA, some US, UK, US related company, they will use the SAP for their mark. They will use the SAP then in the shoppings. So for their in their stores, they printers they will use the SAP printer. If you go to the airports, maybe Jet Airways, I think they are using the so SAP for the scanning purpose. So some label printing, some of the company, yes companies, they are using the print the labels from the bottles. So they will labels printings. So suppose example, if you see, maybe if you can also type it. So means it's not limited actually. The printers is not limited. It's more than that they are using in the systems here, more than that they are using in the systems here. So suppose if I example here take the SAP, suppose barcode printer, barcode printing. Suppose if you take the normally functional team will do the configuration. Our side we have to integrate the printers here. Suppose if you see the one of the company, so how they will do the barcoding. See here. Let me just I will play one small video. Maybe later also you can set some of the videos. How they will use the SAP for printing. And welcome to our new video. First of all, so see here, they are setting the format and everything. This is the configuration side. Just ignore it. Set it into the barcode. So barcode printing. So luggage, bag checking. So many where they will use the SAP. Many where labels printing, SAP label printing, labels. It will print the labels printing on the bottles, right? The bottles also they will do the printing here, labels printing here, right? So it's not limited. Many things they will do it here. So suppose like you see the brother printer, how they are using the SAP to print their to print, right? So see here. So this is a SAP. See, SAP server, your SAP GUI, SAP server, and this is the printer, the barcode is in the small printer here, labels, labels related printer here. So SAP GUI should they will connect to the SAP. There they will just click on the the label, the printer, the paper will come from here, right? This is here it will come here, right? So like that, you can see it here. So they just see here how the paper will come by a network. So just output devices. Just here we have to given the, in our previous example, we have given the some like home one, something like that. Here we have given. So she is typing here some BS10, something like that, typing here. Just click on the print button. Then you see the you got the printer here. You got the how to set up. So you can see the configuration exactly same way whatever we did it here. You need the printer, SAP systems. Go to the device type settings for the SAP system. Means SPAD device type, you have to go to their connection settings. So then you can go to the SAP, then device type, they will click it out. See here, device type. Then they will select the devices, formats, and all those things. See, so it's common, same way whatever we have done it. So same way they will do the print here. So simple, but only thing is many use cases we have here. The multiple use cases SAP they will do. So suppose if you take the one of the company, so Arizona, I think Arizona, US related drinking product company. Arizona Beverages. So this is the company, they are extensionally they are using the SAP for their the printers, printing purpose, their bottles and labels, they will do the printing here, right? The label printings and labels, this kind of labels and accessories, they will do that. They are the product based company. So, but these labels will come from the SAP only here, right? So this kind of designing, this kind of things will be done by the SAP here. This kind of things will be done by SAP here, right? So here, just not limited. SAP says you are thinking like only SAP level we do the printing. But if you integrate it, so if you are using for the real time some other product based companies, so if their machineries also they will use this one luggage bag scanner in the airports. Many places they will use these printers, SAP printers. They will use the SAP for printing purpose here. So small portion is like a SAP side, if you have any document, any material or anything is there, we want to print that one. So in the SAP level also, if you integrate one time, if you integrate it in many ways, so you can scan it that printer here, right? So there are the many use cases here. Here, SAP spool work process will be used here. The spool work process will be used for printing related, the printers related. The spool work process will be used for printing purpose here. That is the main thing of the spool work process here. Okay, that is the main thing here. So dialog work process out of 6, 0 are free, which means all the dialog work process are occupied here. So what is running here? So 2 are free. Yeah, 1 is free. 2 are free. 2 1 is free. 0. So this type of things that will happen. You will get some. So still you can able to log in. If everything got full, then your logon screen you will not get sometimes logon screen here because of there is no free work process here. So that time you won't get the many things here. Something is running. That is the reason. 3 jobs are active. That is the reason. Out of 6, 3 are free. So like that you can verify it here. So how many are running? How many are waiting? How many are free? At least there should be a one dialog work process should be free to log into the SAP system. So if it is not logging, then you need to check what is running in the system. So you need to validate all the things here. There are the 16 users are logged in. Then what they are doing, 000001, there are many users, they are doing something here in the system, what they are using and all those things. It will be displayed here, right? So this is the way we need to monitor the systems here. Also, this SPAD, these are the not daily monitoring transaction code. Sometimes what happens, user trying to print some materials document from the SAP, but he is unable to print the document. So then he will raise a ticket with SAP. Then there we need to go to the SPAD transaction code. Then we need to check whether a printer is working fine or not. Sometimes what happens due to the maintenance activities, so the people during the weekend maintenance activities will shut down the printers, office floor printers during they will shut down it. They will forget to switch on. Then when the Monday comes, the printer So printer, when they are trying to print it, the papers will not come from the printouts here, right? That will happen. So maybe that printer is shut down. That's the reason. Connection broken. Some spool work process is not running. Many use cases here. Suppose if you see here, so suppose like front end printing, front end. So now I used the front end printing method. I used it. Now I will do the print. So one print I will print it like list of spool devices I required. Just I'm printing from the home printer here. But this will be success. Why? Because it will use the my home like my home printer, my local laptop printers, it will use it just immediately. So print. So my local laptop is like a, so send it to the here, the print to PDF here. The print to PDF here. This is getting printer here. This is printing. So the PDF got generated in my local laptop here. In my local laptop, the PDF got generated here. PDF got generated, right? So in the, if you see, go to the downloads or somewhere, you can see the printers, the PDF got generated here, right? PDF got generated. When you go to, you only want to check the, what is the number? 24417. So when you go to the SPAD, you will see your request status is, sorry, SP01. SP01, click on the OK button. So here you will come to know the request is success mode here. So 244, what is that? Request number. Otherwise, I will go to SP02. Yeah, see here it is completed status here. Just now we have printed 24417. It is completed. So why status is completed? So my local printer, my laptop printers, it got my laptop by default. My local IT team gone configured the some of the print to PDF printer, some notebook printers they have configured. Those are working. So when I'm doing from SAP, it refers to your local laptop. So it's connected to the laptop. My local laptop printer setting is like print to PDF option here. So PDF got generated. So that's the reason it got completed. So possibly by work process is completed the your request here. It's printed. In case a printer is there, they will get the paper from the printouts here. Like that, you will get the information. This is completed. So some printer requests are waiting or failed status because of that related service or something is not working. So that is the reason, that is failure status here. That is the failure status here, or waiting status, waiting for the spool devices. Red color means definite it got failure. Spool output devices are not available. Okay, that is the main thing here. Okay, this is the spool work process. So spool work process, some companies they won't use the spool work process. Why? Because they don't have any printing related tasks for their company. They won't use. Some company they will only use the spool work process there for their projects, right? So that is the depends upon the company here. Product based companies definitely they will use the printing methods. So local or remote or different types of printing methods they will use it here. So with this, we have completed the work process administration topic here. To give you the overview, what we discussed in the work process, dialogue, dialogue work process we discussed here, SM50 and SM66 we discussed. So V for update work process we discussed like SM13 and SM14 transaction codes here. So E for, so NQ mechanism, locking mechanism we discussed. B for background jobs for SM36, SM37 we discussed. So G means the gateway, SMGW we discussed gateway work process here. S means the spool work process we discussed here. That is called the SP01, SP02 and the SPAD. These are the spool administration work process we discussed here. So DVEBM message server SM12 we discussed along with the SSMLG RG12 we discussed, right? So then RJ12, SMLG, not RJ12, SM61. SM61 background job server groups and load balancing, external application server installation. Along with this one, we also discussed with the ST22, SM21 transaction codes and SM04, then AL08, then remaining things like some other AL08, SA38 or SE38. So these things, maybe some other one or two. So these all are covered in the work process administration transaction codes here, SICK. So programs, reports, executions, background jobs here. Here, the main important thing is the background job concept is very important here. So standard background jobs, how to create the background jobs and how to release it, how to cancel it. So these jobs are very, very important here, right? So please concentrate on the mainly on the background jobs. So these are the normal daily monitoring transaction code to check the logs, above dumps and logs. So list of logged on users list here, application server lies, system wide, how to check it out. So these things are very, very important here. So you can just check the all the details and everything here. Okay. So then our next topic is the client administration. So here, so it's this is also somewhat important here, client administration part here. Here you will come to know how to create the client, what is the logical system, how to perform the data. As of now, you have done the data from one of the client, how to copy the data from one client to another client. All the information will be displayed in the client administration topic time here. Okay. So this is the client administration topic that we will discuss from, I think, yeah, 20 minutes left. Yeah, we'll discuss from tomorrow client administration. Okay, how to create the client, why client is required. So why we need to store the data, that's client is required. That things we will cover it tomorrow. Okay. So whatever we discussed it till now. So please, once again, please practice all the transaction codes and everything. So why? Because if you are keep on going to the other topics, you may not get chance to work on the existing one. Why? Because here also a lot of transaction codes, then transport administration, lot of transaction codes will come. So it's very important to practice the previous topics as well and remember the transaction codes. And one side you can write down like in your note paper ST22 above down something like that. If you note down, then tomorrow it is easy for interview point of time. Okay. So please practice it. So any questions, anyone?
Hello, sir. I have one question.
Yes.
What is the parameter of changing the value of the spool work process? Yes,
Yeah, it comes under the parameters and concept. So maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it will come. The topic will come in the client administration. You will get the first topic is the profiles and subtopics, profiles
okay.
and parameters. So what is the parameter value means? So since you asked me rdist slash, there is a parameter rdist slash no underscore. So no underscore /no underscore oh my god, I forgot the parameter as well. On the DIA, no underscore DIA underscore work process equal to. So if you need 4 or 5 or 6, whatever you want, just you can change the value to here. So that will increase the value of the dialog work. So 6 is there, just change it to the 8 and restart it. The 8 dialog work process will come into the picture. So
Okay.
like that.
So,
So if it is a BTP, then BTC and something like that here, DIA dialog, BTC, then update 1, update 2, like that, this value will be changed here.
okay. How we can check the connection test of the particular printer?
So we can, if you go to the printer system level, just if maybe their OS level, maybe if you go to the operating system level,
Okay.
so just to go to the command prompt mode, so ping from this operating system to printer host name, like suppose like KP gem server, here is the spool work process is running. You type it, so you will get the response get from the system. If you don't get the response, the connection timed out or host is not available, there is a connection is missing to the target. So we need to check whether the target, like the spooler is running or not. It's running or stopped status. If the printer is okay or stopped status. So here also in the error logs in the SP01 or 02, possibly you will get the some errors also there. So based on
Like waiting for spooler like that.
yes, like that. So the output device is not available. So something is not available. You will get the some clues here. Based on that, we can so check and we can figure it out.
One more question here. Suppose user is complaining that the invoice is not getting printed properly. So in this case, what we can do?
Printed properly, some misalignments,
Got-
some sizing. So something is not correct. If there so something suppose like normally there is a smart forms and the printer smart forms and everything will be developed and designed by the your ABAPers or your functional teams and ABAPers. They will do the development. What is the sizing size? What is the color format and everything? They will. It's the misalignment means. So they have to check it out. The misalignment maybe sometimes what they will do the height width something like that they will check it out. So something wrong then they will take care of that those things and everything here. Suppose they will go to here print formats. So they will change the format methods. So here any format, the width is 999, the height is this one. So they will use the custom format. So here in the custom format, so the page width should be in this one and light should be this one. Like that, they have the some conditions here. So page should be the landscape or portrait, and we need to create the. So if in case they are not using this some kind of formats, the paper size is different, then so format is wrong, then definitely the alignment is will go wrongly. Printed alignment will go wrongly. Sometimes we see in our network printers, right? So in outside of the Xerox shops and printer shops, alignment is wrongly because of they will use the wrong formats, wrong page formats and everything. So in this case, with the standard, we can check it out. If it's the custom one, people will use the most of the custom one. So in that case, we need to inform like the developers. Why? Because they will do this kind of developments. So they will take care of that fonts and everything.
How we can change the spool request number? Like sometimes we have to change the spool request number, right?
We won't change any spool request number, right? So it's auto generated. The spool request number auto generated, but we need to remove these entries. Well, because per day a lot of jobs are running. Each job will create the spool request number. If the spool table is full, your system will be inconsistency status. So then we need to delete older than 7 days, older than 4 days records. We have to delete it. So there are standard background jobs which will do the cleanup activities and everything.
This is that. No, my question is that I think there is something an issue. Recently, CCM tool we got and we changed the numbering, something like that.
Okay,
If
that is the number range buffers, right? Number range.
yes, yeah, yes, like that.
That is the different actually. That number range, that is the number range buffers, especially for the ECC systems. That number range buffer is the different actually. But that is there is no relation to the spool, right? Number range buffer. Number range means the ranging buffers. We have to change that one.
Yes.
That there is no relation. Number range buffer and everything here in SAP. That is the SNRO is the
Hi,
trans.
sir. What is the difference between OS level configuration printer and SAP level?
OS level, there is a so there is a different network printers are the any network printers. So some different printer that time. So that OS level, some we need to install. Sometimes what happens, OS level, there is no process, spool process. Windows level, we know there is a spool process which is running. There is spool server in the Windows level. So the spooler, it is running. But OS level, under the USR SAP, there is a one spooler process should be running. It's not there. Then we need to install the print spooler package, binaries package. We have to install it. It should be up and running. Sometimes what happens, they are the different kind of printers, network printers and everything. That time, that OS level configuration, so we have to configure it to check the whether it is pointing to So your printers are not. Means this spools print spooler to where your printer is located, the printer IP, you need to do the some ping test, some connectivities, you need to perform it. So that the different kind of printers those are.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, what is the difference between voice level configuration if we configure printer in the voice level and SAP level? So what kind of benefits we get if we configure the printer in SAP level?
Printer configuration normally we used to perform in the SAP level itself only. OS level, so there is a different type of printers we configure it. But only normally any printers if we want to add it, that printers we have to add in the SAP level using the SPAD transaction code only.
Okay.
So
Usually we configure.
OS level, there are some network printers, those things we will add it there. But SAP level, if you want to add anything, so here only this is the place here we have to add all those things.
Okay.
What is there in the extended admin full administration cancel?
Extended, just additional tabs we will get it out. Just checking the filtering, the same thing. Additional things you will get it out.
And what are the standard report to clearing the spool requests and those? Because sometimes we get like spool are full like that.
Standard reports means standard jobs, RSPO, 00. There are spool reports, old reports. So
Oh,
it will delete these spool things like RSPO 0041 and 0043 and next one is the RSPO 1041, then RSPO 1043. These are the reports actually, which will do the cleanup of old spool records which are older than 5 days, 7 days. This will do the cleanups.
okay.
Okay. So these are the old things. So, but this will run backend in the SAP SM36 that will run. So SM36 standard jobs will run that will do the cleanups. All these cleanups will do. ST22 dumps cleanup and all the things will be performed by these jobs. So it will do. In case of it is not performing, maybe that the standard background job is not running, the spool consistency check, those are not running, then we need to schedule those jobs and everything. Okay, just to concentrate on the how to add the printers and how to do the prints and all those things, we can check it out. Okay.